Hello guys, good morning. I'm trainer Srinivas from 7 Science Stand Solution. Like from the past 2 to 3 months, we have been continuously guided on various soft skill topics. Like we have taken up nearly around 450 soft skill topics in the last 2 months. And like today's topic, we are taking it up like prioritizing. Like I will wait for 2 to 3 minutes so that you can ask your friends to join so that we can continue with the session. Okay, today's topic is like prioritizing. Okay, what is it? That's why we are here, guys. Surya, that is why we are here to discuss about how prioritizing works and how it has changed our life and how by the help of prioritizing we can get the best out of by how we can effectively utilize the time. That is why prioritizing is important. I will just wait for 30 more seconds so that you can ask your friends to join and we can continue with the session. Okay. Till the time, can you help me with the definition of what does it mean like prioritizing? What do you understand? I am not asking you an app definition like velocity is the time taken to travel some distance. That is not like it is not cannot a typical mathematical definition. I'm not asking you guys. Just give me the definition of like what do you understand by the word if you refer prioritizing and all. What do you understand? And expect an answer from you guys for this simple term that you have heard. I think like what does it mean? Prioritizing is nothing but giving the which is more important at that particular point of time. Like if you're having certain works, if you're having like 4 to 5 works on a single day, you should give the priority to the work that is need to be done at the first, like the earliest. Like if you're having some work, if you want to reach by 10 o'clock to some particular destination or to some particular place, you need to plan to that first rather than wandering around and thinking of the thing that you need to do on 6 o'clock or by the evening. That is what prioritizing means. Like how does it help? All those things we will discuss in some time coming. Okay. More. Like prioritizing is about making a choice of what to do and when to do and how to do it and how effectively we can do and which is more important particular point of time and how we can deal with that in an effective way. This is what prioritizing means. Like prioritizing helps us to achieve our long-term goals in an efficient manner, and we can do that in the best possible way so that we can achieve the best thing in our life. So prioritizing is really important. Like if you are not prioritizing things, or if you are not arranging the things in an very definite or in an like in a sequenced manner, you might not get the best possible result for your long-term goals. So make sure that by using like how we can use prioritizing, I will discuss it in the coming slides. But I think prioritizing is nothing hard. It depends on each individual. Like how does it prioritize, or how we can use the time in an effective way. So prioritizing is really important because you cannot do like if you wake up really early, you can prioritize yourself. You can each individual will be having a prioritization according to his needs and his desires and according to his goals. So make sure that you give priority to the things that are really important and work on those in a very good way. Okay. Think you got the definition, guys. What does it mean, or how we can relate prioritizing to others? Is it a yes or a no? What does prioritizing means? Any doubts, guys, regarding the definition of prioritizing? Okay, coming to the like in this session, we'll be thinking like I'll be taking you through the definition as I discussed earlier, like the prioritizing and like how to prioritize the things on which things you need to work on, and how can we like efficiently make our schedule in such a way that we can give really importance to the what things should be done at a particular point of time when it is done, and like how is the right fashion to do that, and what is the amount of energy we need to invest in order to do that thing, because it can only be possible when we you prioritize the things, because sometimes what happens is like that you will be doing some unnecessary work that is not needed for today, but it might be you are neglecting a thing that is really needed today, like it should be given more prioritization rather than thing that you are doing actually. So we will see and what are the advantages, like with the help of prioritizing what are the advantages we can get, and what is the outcome and how it has changed our life in an effective way. We can look these things and how prioritizing works in some of the organizations also. I will give you an idea of those things. Okay, and coming to the prioritizing, like it is like a big challenge because everyone will be occupied with a lot of works. Everyone will be like saying that I am also occupied, I am not being, I have a lot of works to do in a daily life. They feel that they have limited time, or they feel that we are left with no time for other works. So prioritization is really important in this. Like what we can say, there is no time for each individual. It will be like hectic. Everyone will be saying that I am really occupied with a lot of things. So in order to get to overcome that possibility, prioritization is really important. Prioritizing is nothing but doing the right things in the right order at the particular point of time, and it is just determining what process is important for that particular point of time that is to be needed more important. That is what prioritizing refers. Any doubts, guys, regarding the word prioritizing? And prioritizing skills are your ability to see what tasks are more important at each moment and give those tasks more attention and energy at the particular point of time. The focus is to like do the things, and ideally to do the things that is most important at a particular point of time, so that you can at least do the thing that was really important for that particular day, rather than doing the things that were not so necessary for that particular day. So prioritizing plays an effective role. We will take an example, guys. Okay, all of you will be facing your board exams and all. Like at the end day, like or one week prior, what you guys will be doing is like you'll be giving the more importance to the will you be going and watching the movies and all, or will be giving more importance to studying? Just a, just just give him an answer, yes or no. Like, will you like to go to the movies if there's tomorrow is an example, and today you are will go and watch a movie? There are guys who will watch movies. Like most of them, like I am asking, like most of you, will you prioritize to go to movie, yeah, rather than sit in home and study for at least for 2 to 3 hours instead of going for the movie? Will you do that or this, guys? I'm expect an answer from you guys for this simple question. Will you prioritize to go to the movie, or you will sit in the home and study? At least just try to prepare. No answers, guys. Just try to take the session in interactive way so that we can continue the session, guys. I'm expecting a response. I think you got the definition. Like what I'm trying to convey is like prioritizing means giving the importance simple way. Okay. Like most of you will be sitting in the home and they will be really preparing for the exam that are fast approaching for tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Like most of you will be having the same opinion. Like that is what prioritizing refers. Instead of you are doing the thing that is really important for tomorrow, rather than thinking of like if you are having any event, like you can take an example of cultural event that is going to take place in your college, or like after 1 week, like from today, tomorrow or day after tomorrow is your exams, and after 1 week it is an cultural fest that is to be happening in your college or even your like any outdoor activities is there. You will really prioritize to like you should give more priority to your exams rather than going into the like the events. You can participate in that also, but you are still left with a lot of time, because when you do really well, or at least try to give effort for you for the tomorrow's or day after tomorrow's assessments. If you get the best results, you'll be really happy, and when you are happy, you can really give more importance for the fest that you are, and you can participate, and you are left with a lot of time for even the fest to practice, and you can indulge in that also. So make sure that giving the priority to the things and planning it in an effective way gives the best possible result. If you're not planning and just thinking that the coming week I am having a fest, so I will just prepare it from now itself instead of giving importance to the like what we can say rather than giving importance to the like exams you are preparing for other cultural activities. It will not give a so good effect, or it will not seem to work out really well for you. So make sure that you give the importance to things that are really to be prioritized at the right point of time. Okay. The facts, like what I can say is like everyone will be occupied with a lot of things, and they'll be having a lot, they're spending their lot of time and energy. Like sometimes we'll be having no time to treat everyone in an equal way, treat every work the given importance. We will not understand which to prioritize at the right point of time. And sometimes we will leave some of the works undone, no matter how hard you try, you are not able to cope up with that. Like you'll be feeling that, oh, I am trying it like all the day, I'm trying to find solutions to this, but I'm still not able to solve the issue. Like sometimes when you are not able to solve, or when you are not planning it, or when you're not prioritizing the things in an effective manner, like you'll be under stress. When you are under stress, you'll get frustrated. When you're frustrated, you'll not you will not bring it will not bring out the best out of you. You will be like when you're overburdened, like your performance will be really lower. I can assure you that, though you might say that I love to handle stress and all, surely one like around 10 to 15% of your performance will be usually low. So make sure that you prioritize the things. Only when you prioritize, you can deal with those things in an effective manner. Okay. And solution. How it will give a solution, guys. Like prioritizing, how it will help us out. We have taken a small example, guys. We are in prioritizing. We have taken the example like we will say that on the 12th, that is tomorrow, you are having an exam, and like on the continuous 3 days, you are having an assessment going on, like for the next 3 days. But on each day, we are having a different topic. Like you can plan it or you can prioritize it such a way that like you today you are still left with a lot of time. At least you can make a revision, or at least you try to check with the concept, like what are the topics that are there in tomorrow's assessment, or like not for tomorrow. You can check with the day after tomorrow's and Thursday assessment. You can check it today, and you can just make a note, small note, that you can running notes that you can revise it for tomorrow after you completed the first assessment. When you do that, when you have prioritized the things, that you will at least try to focus on the concepts that are there for day after tomorrow and for the Thursday's assessments. On the day, like tomorrow evening, you'll be feeling not so stressed because you'll be having a confidence that you had prioritized the things and you had worked on that yesterday. When you have that self confidence in you, you will get the best possible result. So make sure that you prioritize according to your plans. If you're really good, sometimes what happens is like we'll take an example of some particular subjects. So like some will be really proficient in mathematics, some will be really lying in social science and remembering and all, and some will be like good in their like some other subject. Will take a general example. Like we'll take an example of the assessment that are to be going to be held are like general science and mathematics and English. When you're really proficient in mathematics, what you can plan or prioritize yourself is like day after tomorrow you're having the mathematics. When you're really proficient in mathematics, you can just go with you can just give more importance to the English one, because in English you are lagging in somewhere, you are lagging in some of the concepts. So that when you are really proficient in doing everything in the mathematics, you are giving more time, you're prioritizing it to, you are like channelizing your energy to the thing that you are like really low, like you're underperforming. When you do that, you will be more confident because you will feel that I had given more time this time, and I'll be getting the better results than the previous time. So channelizing and prioritizing the things is really important. It is like different for each individual. You should be the one who should be like thinking on that and working on that. So make sure that you do that. Okay. And coming to the next thing, like you can plan an activity like when you take an example for tomorrow, there will be like a lot of things visualized in your mind, like from 8 to 9 I have to attend my classes for you as a students, and then I have some other class, and after well, there's a lunch break of 1 hour, and in the coming time I have some other extracurricular activities that I have to do. These are the things that will come to your mind, but on that particular day you try to give, if there is any like important, you can, like some of them will be really want to get into the like the sports category, they will be eyeing on the sports tournament and all. It is like prioritization, they have prioritized their career to the sports. If you have prioritized your career for studies or to the academics, according to that you can plan. If an athlete is planning for some of the like, or you are a student, if you want to get into any of the rallies or the competitions that are going on, you can plan it, and you can at least for when the tournament is fast approaching, you can get a closer look, and you will see that like what is more important and what is really more important at the particular point of time, and what are the urgent activities you need to that, give the importance to that. Because if once that is finished, like at least you try to give a glance, or at least you try to practice that, you'll be really relaxed that I had done something for today. So that one of the most important thing what I need to prioritize I had done, it will be a sign of relief. When it is a sign of relief, you can like you will be really Oh, not so stressed. Okay. So at first glance, make sure that you prioritize things. At the same time, things that are the most important for us, like improving ourselves and our skills, getting a better education, spending time with family, often are not so urgent. Like what is mentioned here is like getting the skills for our daily life and getting better. Like getting one or the other thing in our daily life is really important. It is what prioritizing refers. If it is not being done, guys, you'll be lagging with one or the other skill. When you're lagging because of the modern era competition, you'll be definitely not be surveying. So make sure that you prioritize your things. At least spend time to get better day by day, and at least spend some quiet time with your family because they will be giving you a lot of guidances and lot of preferences because they had passed the things. They will be having more experience in what to do at a particular point of time. They can guide you and they can really help you out. So make sure that at least you try to spend like 15 to 20 minutes with your family and discuss the things like that water issues you are facing because they have dealt they have already dealt with these situations in the past. And second approach is like sometimes what I do is like if I am really having prioritizing, if I want to do prioritizing, I will take the biggest and the thing that cannot be done by my side at the earliest because it will be like a burden for me. If I finish that, I'll be like half of my work will be done even though I finished one single like work that has to be done. Like if I have left with other 19 works, I can still manage it because the one I was not knowing well, I have already finished it. If I finish that, the burden on me is like reduced immensely. When it is reduced, I can get the best possible result because if I finish that work in the beginning 2 hours itself, I can dedicate the rest. What I can say, if I plan it for 8 hours a day, at least for doing some things. If for the initial 2 hours I have spent for only one thing, but I had dealt with that in a very efficient manner and have got the best possible result. Then you can prioritize other 19 things so that you can easily solve that because you are knowing that where you need more time. And if you try to, sometimes it depends on each individual's approach. I'm not saying that you should do the thing that you cannot do in the initial stages itself, but what I do is like I mentioned that an approach that is what is mentioned here. Like approach number one involves tackling the biggest task. Like according to you, what is the biggest task for you? We can tackle that first and deal with that because if you first deal with that, your pressure anxiety that is being built up, that is not being done, it is not being still done, it will be not there and you can do better. So make sure that and your small mistakes, because when you are in pressure or in your anxiety, what you might do is like when you are doing a small work, there will be some mistakes. So make sure that you don't do that. Okay. And approach number two involves like you will try to do the things that are really proficient initially. Like you will finish the 20 works, that like 19 works out of 20 that was really easy for you, or like according to you. And but the last work you will keep at the end, and then you can do that also. It will be because like when you're doing a small work that you really like you are really proficient, you'll not so you will not make many mistakes. But at the end you will be more concentrated when you do that the last task is there, I can finish it off. That time also you can use that approach also. It depends upon each individual, like how you prioritize yourself, how you decide, how it is based on your skills as well as your thinking capacity. With good prioritizing skills, what you can do is like that you can finish each and every possible work and the work that needs to be done first in a really easy manner, and you can give the attention for your other works. Like and you can like when you do prioritize the works, when you plan it, like you will have really like you will be left with a lot of time when you plan it. Please see, we'll take a small example. If you're planning for a trip that is not possible now, just an example, like you are prioritizing some things. Initially, what we'll plan is like if you do the prioritizing that we should give priority that we should all be ready by if you leave early morning it will be really helpful. You are prioritizing the timings. You will be saying that you will be leaving early morning. It will be really comfortable to make the journey, and we can cover all the destinations that we have desired. And actually, you are prioritizing each and everything. When you make such prioritizing thing, the end result will be really fruitful. You can get the best possible result. Make sure that. And when you wake up early and all of you are dedicated to the prioritizing, like if you are planned for a trip, as I mentioned earlier, you will wake up early morning like 4 o'clock itself. When you're leaving it early, and a bunch of people are planning it out and organizing and prioritizing it. When you leave early, you can reach the destination early because you will feel that there will be more traffic when it comes like if you leave late. Like you have left with like you have saved nearly 1 hour, and as you wake up early, you will be in a really good mood. And if any obstacles comes, you can clean with that clearly, and you will not feel so stressed out because you have planned everything and prioritized things that you should leave earlier. So these things help us to save our time and give the best possible result. So make sure that you plan all those things to save your time, and you can still add some other destinations that you might not have planned. That is where you get the advantages of prioritizing. You have saved 1 hour of time because where you left earlier, and as you are not so stressed, you can what I can say, we can still have a lot of energy left in you, and you can still travel. You can extend it for 1 hour more. The travel timings will get you're like now you're left with 2 hours of your time that you can explore for other destinations. So prioritizing plays an important role, guys. And then doubts, guys, still now so that like how it helps, how prioritizing is can be done. If there's anything, please let me know so that we can.
ಅದೇ ಹಂಗ ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನಾತರ ಏನಕ್ಕೂ
Guys, any doubts so that we can take it further? Okay. I think there are no doubts. We'll take it further. Like, what happens is, like, what are the advantages, guys, when you set a prioritize, or if you prioritize everything in an efficient, like, if you plan it, like, what is the advantage? I know advantage that you can get is like when you set the priorities, like you will be having a to-do list for the particular day. When you're looking into that to-do list, you can eliminate some other things. Like for today, if you are planned to go on or go for a movie, like because you have some other important work that comes in between, you can cancel that thing. When you cancel that thing, you'll get a add-on 4 hours of extra because you are planning for a movie and all. So you can utilize the same 4 hours into the thing that had been an add-on for the particular day. This can be done only when you are prioritizing and you have a to-do list for each and every day. So make sure that you can do that. Okay. When you eliminate that, you'll be having an advantage that you are left with still 4 hours that you can dedicate to your like studies. If there is an assignment that is announced for tomorrow itself, or you can dedicate that a time to your like self-assessment to think on your career and all. If you are really stressing on that, okay, you can do that when you have the to-do list. But when you're not prioritizing things, what happens is like that you'll be not having the list itself that what are the important things you need to do, and you will be left out with nothing. Like you will be having, you'll be wondering that which is the thing that I know I might not do today, which is the thing that might not, if I am not do today also it will help me for tomorrow. That will be, you will be like wondering, you'll be not knowing where I am going. Am I on the right track? Am I, is it possible that I can cover all those things that are mentioned for me today? You'll be like, you will be having a not, and your state of mind will be not so peaceful that you are be not able to think, and you'll forget the things that you need to do on a particular day. That's when the stress comes, stress plays a major role. And if you are aspiring to get into any of the corporate field or any of the particular domain, make sure that the prioritizing the things is the thing that they look in. There will be a lot of deadlines in each of the corporate fields where you go. So make sure that if you efficiently deal with prioritizing things, you can save your time. If you're saving your time, you are saving your energy. If you're saving your energy, you can channelize the same energy which you are like which was being wasted to the other things for which it is needed. When it is being done, you will be the one who will be performing really well. When you're performing well, it will give a boost to your career. When your career is boosted, I think you'll be obviously getting the hikes as well as what I can say, achieve your goals, and you can see the like better promotions and all in your career. So make sure that yeah, like prioritizing gives you like a very efficient career. So make sure that you do those things. Okay. And like the importance of priorities, guys. Like some of the things that helps you out. Like prioritizing helps minimizing the wastage of time. As I mentioned earlier, like sometimes you as students will be wasting a lot of time using the WhatsApp for long hours. I don't say don't use WhatsApp and all, but like for 15 to 10 minutes it is okay, or max of half an hour on a daily basis. But I've seen the students like hours together they'll be engaged in WhatsApp itself. Like what happens is like when you are being debated because of the modern technologies and all, you'll be not channelizing your energy and your concentration will not be so like you will be concentrating only on the core activities. Like you'll be deviated. You will be deviated out of your core activity that needs to be done for the particular day. Okay. If the prioritizing is done, it will help a person to groom himself, get the like he can think of his future, and he'll be in a relaxed manner because on a daily basis, prioritizing things he needs to do. What was the like work done or given for him for a particular day is done. It is not being carried away for the next day. If it is not being carried, he will be not having the burden. When he's not carrying the work of that particular day to the next day, he'll be not so stressed. When the stress is not there, he'll be in a relaxed manner because he's doing the activity of each and every day in the timely fashion. And it will increase the productivity, and he can concentrate, and he can make a better use, and he can be a better person on a daily basis. That is why prioritizing is really important, guys. Okay. Any doubts? I think you got the advantages, guys. How it helps you out for like not like for student life, for each and everyone. I just taken the example of like because I've seen guys who have been deviating. So make sure that at least you give Like spending half an hour max of 45 minutes on WhatsApp for your personal use, it's okay, but like at least try to channelize your energy to the area it is required, because energy is the thing that is time, energy are the things that you need to really give importance, because if you are getting into any corporate field, there or like prioritizing will be given really important, so make sure that you do that. Okay, any doubts guys till now, so that we can proceed further. I'll wait for 30 seconds. If there is anything that you want me to repeat, uh, please text in the chat box so that I can repeat it. If nothing is there, I will go with the steps like how to prioritize work. Can I move further, guys? Okay, like when you get into like if you are aspiring, we will take and we will moving, you will taking it a further step ahead, because everyone will be like searching for one or the other job. You will be aspiring as you still learn the students. You will be like very keen to get into some of the organizations. When you get into some of the organizations, like managing the projects and all, giving the prioritizing, like though you'll be having some particular tool for working on that, the computer might not have, it is not having its own thinking capacity. Like prioritizing is a thing that can be done only by the humans. So make sure that when you get into any corporate fields or in if you're on any particular project, prioritize things in such a way that you get the best possible like outcome. You get the best possible result at the end, because giving the right thing the right time and the top priority for the particular thing, because sometimes because of the client's demand you might to make some changes in a very that is need to be done today itself. You can't postpone it tomorrow, but you are really occupied with some other works. When you have that prioritizing list or the to-do list for the particular day, at least you might get the one work that you can postpone. If you are postponing at least that one work, you'll be getting an added 1 hour, at least bare minimum of 1 hour you can invest it, so that you can make the necessary changes for that particular project. And these are the 6 things. Collect a list of all your tasks for the particular day, guys. If you are in a student life, if your exams or your assessments are fast approaching, what I can do is like that. You can make a list of things that you need to do for the particular day. Sometimes what's not is like when they make the entire to-do list for around 20 to 30, they feel that oh my god, I have to do 20 work items today. How will I to catch up with that? They think like that. Don't worry about the number of items that you list on or the number of work items you do a list. Make sure that try to make each and everything a list, because at least you will be knowing that what are the things you need to do. You will not forget. That is the one add an advantage for you, and you can get the best possible like when you're not forgetting, and if there anything that is like needs to be done for the particular day, you can eliminate at least 2 to 3 of them, and you can use the same time invested for that to the other. How many of you are practicing these guys? Like if you are really prioritizing the things in your daily life, try to at least do a to-do list for that particular day, guys, because it will give you a priority like what are things that needs to be done. You'll get a clear cut idea, and you can if there is any changes, you can deal with it in an effective way. And like sometimes you'll be wondering like what to write.
You just write, I have to complete one we'll take an example that you are planning for an assessment that is good, that is to be held in the few or 2 to 3 days that is coming. Will just write that 2 to 3 days on 17th or 18th of this month I am having an assessment. You'll write that. Is it enough? Like that is not the thing that needs to be done. What is important is your assessment. Like we'll take an example like any or like on the 15th of this month, you're having an assessment on particular subject. Like if we'll take an example of some random engineering mathematics as well, you need to write down the syllabus. Like what are the important things? If you are knowing that when you have made the list of at least the syllabus like 4 or 5 days earlier, you'll be knowing like what to read for the particular day. You have planned that you can prioritize the things like what things like if you like there will be particular concepts in each and every subject that will be allotted a bare marks. You'll be getting at least 50 to 60 marks if you cover at least 5 to 10 concepts among the 50, because there will be some 5 to 10 concepts they'll be sure asking one or the other question, and you can, if some of you are really good dealing with him or deriving the theorems and all, you can prioritize the thing that you can look into that at the last, because deriving theorems will be definitely having like it is like a marks that you can keep in your pocket every time. If you complete the task, you'll be having a self confidence that I had given a priority to work on theorems. I had given it less time because I'm really proficient in deriving that. I have channelized the same amount of time into some other topic. I'm really low in memory. I have channelized the same time to the remembering the formulas. I have just given 1 hour, and the other remaining 1 hour I had channelized it for remembering the formulas. Like that time you can divide the time, and when you are listing it out in the specified manner as I mentioned now, and when you complete that, when you are doing that, you will get the self confidence and belief in you that at least I am trying to do something. And you will think and you're like there are positive vibes, you'll be feeling no pressure, you'll be like really happy to face the exam itself. I can ensure you that, guys. You try to practice it, at least try to implement it to any of the assignments that will be coming fast approaching. You'll be definitely having some of the assignments. Try to give it a shot once and let me know whether it worked out or not. I'm sure that it will work out for you guys. And sometimes the second step is like you have made the list and all, like identifying the importance, the essential thing and the needful thing, whether it is like when you're under what is the deadline and which is really important, is most important. Like when you're in a corporate, as I took an example, you cannot look into that project for it is the deadline is today itself. You can't say that I'll do it tomorrow, because it will have a serious consequences on your career. So make sure that identify the urgent versus the important. Important thing is the one that you need to concentrate on a daily basis, guys. It is not like that you will do one thing and leave it another. But what we can do is like as you are concentrating on it on a daily basis, you can at least skip it for 1 or 2 days because you have some other urgency in some other work. Other client need is there. Other essential thing needs to be done. It has a deadline today. You can substitute the important work for the urgent needs. Okay. That is the step. That is what I suggest you guys. And coming to the next thing is like assessing the values. What does it mean, guys? Assesses values. Sometimes when you're in a corporate field, they look in a business point of view. When you're looking at that point of view, sometimes what we can say, some of the projects that we are having really importance or which is having a really high turnover should will be given more importance. Try to assess the values of that particular what you can say a particular client based on sometimes money plays a really crucial role in assessing the values. If it is of big amount, you should definitely give it more importance because a lot of energy, money will be invested, and a lot of things will be interrelated to that. So make sure that assess the values of the particular project, and based on that take the necessary decision. Because if you think and if you prioritize the thing that is really a big client for you and you lose the clients, the end result might not be so good. So make sure that assess the values of each client or each project. It is an example, like it can be done when you are in some of the corporate fields and all. So make sure that assessing the values is also an important thing. Make sure you look into that. Order task by estimated effort. What does it mean, guys? Order tasks by estimated effort. Sometimes there will be some things that need more effort, like preparation of for long term goals. Like if you are planning to crack some of the competitive exams and all, it requires a really long term effort. That is the things. It cannot be done like prioritizing. You say that I will prioritize that thing is a major goal of my life. I will prioritize that thing. I will give 6 hours of my daily life to crack that. It is not the thing that you need to do. Prioritizing refers like if it is a long term goal, plan it in such a way that at least give bare minimum of 45 minutes on each day for the particular goal. If you want to get into any government sectors and all, work on that for at least 45 to 1 hour, bare minimum of, you can give the bare amount of time for that. Because it is a long term goal, the effort that needs to be applied is not like that for the initial 1 month or 2 months you will study for 6 hours, then you will leave it on one side and feel it is not possible for me. I've seen it will happen with each and everyone. I also face the same consequences. That's why I'm giving a hint that estimated effort time should be taken into note, and whether it is a long term or a short term goal, try to look into that, and based on that prioritize what are things you need to look in, and be motivating yourself when you achieve even a small task that has been done in the list that you have made, whether you have prioritized. Because appreciating yourself when you've done something is also a really important thing. Because you are trying to do something and you are being successful in completing a thing, give a shout out for yourself, guys. No one will come and praise you. This is a in a competitive world. You cannot expect it from everyone. There will be some guys who will be really appreciating you, your work, your hard work. Like though you are investing your heart and soul, sometimes you might not be getting the best result. Don't worry about that. You know what you are. Try to achieve the things what you need. And if you are given 100%, no worries. Be happy, guys. Be flexible and adaptable, guys. What does it mean? Simple one. What does it mean, guys? Being flexible and adaptable. Just an easy one. I think most of you will be knowing. No, this is wrong. Being flexible is nothing but, guys, sometimes you can't be so rigid. You need to be flexible. If you are really flexible and adaptable to each and everything that is been going on, I think your life will be really like it will go in a smooth way rather than the ups and downs. Because you can't expect everything to turn out positive. Everywhere you go, you should have the same positive results. You can't expect that. Life is the one thing that will give you a lot of lessons each and every day. Only when you're flexible, only when you're adaptable, only you can survive. No, your priorities will change. Sometimes what happens is that priority, if you're though you are prioritize the things you had work for, we will take a simple example. You might don't take it in a negative fashion, but just a small example that I have seen. Most of them, my friends, have been preparing for some of the exams. They might not clear first time. That is a time where you need to be flexible. If you are prepared for some of the related exams, you can implement the same, because government lecture is the one where the same syllabus will be there at least for 2 to 3 of the like sectors. You can channelize that, and you should be adaptable. You should be not willing that I want to apply for the same. Make sure that you be flexible. If you are not getting the results, at least try to change your priority sometimes, not all the times. Don't keep changing it like on a like on 2 months or 3 months basis. At least give it a bare minimum of 1 year or 2 years of time. If you are still not able to achieve, then there is some issue with your prioritizing. Try to see where you are going on. Try to find out the root cause of the issue. When it is found out, you can see where you're going wrong. Once you get where you're going wrong, you'll be definitely getting the solution, and then you can be focused on the other task as well, and you can again get into the competition. And sometimes there will be a list that is never ending. Each and every one will be busy, though it might feel that why is he saying that he's so busy? He will be wandering, but they will be having one or the other work they should do with a particular day. If you are prioritizing, you can task can be minimized. Sometimes taking a deep breath helps a lot, guys. Before take a deep breath, if something is going wrong, take a step back, think calmly, 2 to 3 minutes, be relaxed, and be think in a calm way. Think where you had gone wrong. Give it some time, and by prioritizing, that is the add-on advantage. You can cut down some things which is not necessary when you're having some urgent or urgency in some other works. That is why knowing when to cut is also really it is a decision that are taken by you guys. Like you'll be knowing like what to cut. That we cannot. I cannot like say according to my advantages, my desires. I can cut some things. That is not really required. I might skip one day meal today because I feel like I am not. I can survive it today, but it is not the case of everyone. So prioritizing refers to that itself. Make sure that you know you'll be knowing what are advantages and disadvantages. You'll be never letting others to know what are disadvantages. So make sure that you look into that, work on that, and get the best possible result, guys. That is where you need to know when to cut the priorities. What are the things that you can skip for the particular day if you have some other really important work to do. I think we are literally at the end of the session, guys. If anything is there, please let me know so that we can discuss in the next 2 to 3 minutes. We'll paste the feedback. We'll be left to the conclusion part. That's all. Please let me know, guys. If anything is there, we can discuss it now. In doubt, guys, till now. Paste the feedback on the attendance form. Please fill that. Like, guys, I think there are no doubts. I will just conclude the conclusion part. Like, if you're prioritizing each thing, what is other add-on advantage apart from the time saving, apart from reducing the stress, apart from giving the best possible results, apart from reaching better, apart from being a better person than yesterday, it will reduce the frustration that you are having because frustration will come into place only when the work is not done and when everything is not in a compiled way. It will give you an end for that. The frustration will be given an end, and when you are taking really important of your time where you need to invest, you will have a really good focus, and you'll do the minimal job, and will channelize the other energy that you need in the uh, certain area so that you'll be left with no personal stress, and it will be really good going, and you can achieve the best. And thank you guys for the patient listening for the past 1 hour. I hope we'll be meeting for you guys in the next session. I'll be pasting the feedback on the attendance form. Please fill that, guys. It is really required to maintain a track of the attendance and all. Please fill the both of the forms, guys. If anything is any doubts regarding any of the things that I explained today, please let me know so that we are still left with some time so that we can discuss the same thing. Guys, I have pasted the feedback on our attendance links. Please fill that. And what an advice is my from my side is like please join the sessions at the time that is mentioned because if you are coming in and out of the session, you'll be not knowing the things what you like. You will not get the entire concept. So make sure that you join at the time that is being mentioned. If there is anything, guys, any doubts, I will end the session. Anything else? Okay, guys. Hope to catch up with you in the coming session. Thanks for the patient listening.